Hello everyone! So I went to my favorite used bookstore and I got quite a few books. They were like $2 each, so I can't resist going to this place. But I think this will be my last book haul for this year, so let's get started. The first book I got is Petals on the Wind by V.C. Andrews. This is the second book in the Dollenganger series. This follows right after the book Flowers in the Attic, right after the Dollenganger siblings escape from the attic where their grandmother and mother are keeping them captive. The second book I got was Contact by Carl Sagan. This is a science fiction novel. It deals with contact between humanity and a more technological, advanced extraterrestrial life form. I remember seeing this movie years and years ago. I think it came out in like the 80s. I don't really remember this movie, and in the book Armada by Ernest Cline, they talk a lot about contact and Carl Sagan, and so it just got me really interested, and so when I saw this I had to pick it up. The next book I got is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This is a young adult romance novel about Anna who is starting her senior year in Atlanta, where she has a great job, great friends, and a crush that's about to become more. Things don't go her way when she is shipped to a boarding school in Paris. I am not sure if I will like this book. I don't really like romance novels, especially YA romance, but I've heard a lot of things about this. It's been very popular on BookTube for a while, and so for $2 I thought, why not give it a try. The next book I got is When You Are Engulfed in Flames by David Sedaris. This is a nonfiction humor book. It is comprised of essays. It says that the subjects include a parasitic worm that once lived in his mother-in-law's leg, an encounter with a dingo, and the recreational use of external catheter. Also recounted is the buying of a human skeleton and the author's attempt to quit smoking. I've heard great things about this author. I haven't read a lot of nonfiction hero books. I'm excited to read this. The next book I got is The Drawing of the Three. This is the Dark Tower 2 by Stephen King. I really liked the first one, which is The Gunslinger, and this follows Roland in his journey again to the Dark Tower. I'm excited to continue with the series and find out what happens. The Word is Murder by Anthony Horowitz. This is a mystery thriller novel about Diane who enters a funeral home to plan her own service, and about 6 hours later she is found dead, strangled by a curtain cord. And disgraced police detective Daniel Hawthorne is there to solve the case. I've never read anything by this author, and I've heard good things about it, and I always like a good mystery thriller novel. The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This is another mystery thriller novel about Lo Blacklock, who is a journalist for a travel magazine, and she gets to go on a luxury cruise that has limited cabins. And in the beginning, everything seems so great, but then the more she's on it, the more she feels like something terribly wrong is happening. I read In a Dark, Dark Wood recently by Ruth Ware, and I liked it. I think it was a standard mystery thriller novel, and so I'm curious to see if this author writes really good mystery thriller novels. And the last book I got was Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. This is a contemporary fiction novel about a 9-year-old boy whose father was killed on September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center. And he finds this key in his father's things and tries to solve this mystery about the key. And in there he meets a lot of strangers, and I think this just sounds very touching and a beautiful novel. So those are all the books I bought recently, and maybe the last for this year. So like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!